Alright, there we go. Let's see here. We're just going to put that there for a minute. Ah! Sorry, I'm just doing some last minute edits here. Hold on. I know I'm starting a little late today. I apologize. My equipment wasn't being very nice to me. Okay, close enough. Alright, so there we go. I'm just going to do a bit of this. Copy. It's not working the way I wanted to. Copy. That's what I was looking for. Edit. Edit. Not this message. What do you want to do? This one. Okay, good. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I'm still setting a few things up. Alright. Running a bit late today, I apologize. Is everything good on everyone's end over there? Alright, I'm gonna move this. We're gonna load dang it. We're gonna do here you are. Okay, that's preparing to launch the game. I probably should do some networking. check on them for me? Oh gosh, this is gonna be a minute. Oh, oops. Cinderella Phenomenon.
A princess lives in a monochrome world, working for.
Interesting. I wonder why there's no... Oh, there we go. I was wondering why there was no sound. Oh, goodness gracious. We need to fix that, don't we? Alright, that should be good for everybody. Alright. Alright, it looks like it's good. Alright. So, let's see here. Who should... Well, let's, let's start a new one. We recommend viewing the tutorial. Okay, so, would you like to review the tutorial? No. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the Crystalium, the Crystallum Lucas, protected by the ruler of the fairies. And the other was the Crystallum Tenebrarium, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucas were sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarium by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with humans for a long time, throughout the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. And for there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. The fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. Fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. The high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. One of the fairies, the Lucas bearer, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenebrarium bearer, the high leader of the witches, was finally defeated. The Tenebrarium was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. the darkness can never fully disappear. It awaits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Sign the contract here. We'll go with Mama. Go. That's nice spot. Actually, how about my first name? Usagi. Prolong, Ice Princess. My name is Usagi Vielia, Breton, daughter of King Gennaro Britain III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angeli. At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes to remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Have you heard? Another person was cursed! I'm on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids sitting next to each other with brooms in hand. Those two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio! Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful! I know! More and more people have been getting cursed lately! You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. Fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects, even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. An angel would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore, and she will not come back. Ever. Princess, the Queen and King are waiting in the dining hall. I'm on my way. The King, Ophelia, and Rod are all presented in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their presence. Good morning, Usagi. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Usagi. Usagi. Ophelia. Ophelia Widdensov. Today I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She could never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposed to me. Rod Benedict Widdensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. Hello, Cinnamon. Sorry, I have a dog sitting next to me. He is 2 years my senior, and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister, my eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She's probably the only infuriating person I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Return. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. The good morning to you, and good morning to you too, Usagi. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Melanie Widdensov, Rod's older sister and my stepsister. She acts as if her blood, as if she too were born a princess, as if she could be crowned princess and perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Meligine, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought to you? Oh, yes. They were so many, and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I'm happy you like them. I love them. So strange, the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That's because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. But why? They're such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they wanted them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Usagi? The atmosphere shifts. The air in the room is warm, heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over me. I was very young then, and Mother forbid me to leave the palace. Sometimes... Oh, that was me the whole time. I apologize. They do look... I guess they look a little, like, normal. I don't know. I was very young then, and Mother forbid me to leave the place, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the curse? Are innocent. Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild an Elgi after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave Mother out of this. Dear, please. Usagi, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not your child. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. Usagi will show your mother respect. She is not my mother. I sit down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. My father and I have never gotten on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king, has been 17 years. It's been 17 years and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Emily and Rod, who only entered our life a year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the ancient accident during the Great War, she would still be here. Why the sour face so early in the morning, Princess? Hi! Let me guess, it's the king, the queen, or Prince of Melamine. Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alacaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alacaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room, then. Thank you. Princess? Yes. You know... Oh, good, I did it again. You know, I haven't seen you smile since I met you. Why is that of any importance? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as realization dawns on me. He actually is a plot twist! Oh my gosh, he's one of the biggest plot twists. If you choose to date him, he is like such a plot twist. Realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. Usagi, I would like you to accompany Melamine on one of our town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her mates. I want you to make an effort to get along with her sister. Stepsister. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rudd as if they were one of your blood. Were of your blood. 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Amelgin outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You rarely leave your room. Amelgi was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Amelgi really is. Usagi, a princess must know her kingdom. Go with Amelgi, and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your window. Is that in order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Usagi. Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you alright? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother. God damn it, I'm getting it. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes change is for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I shall see you later. Delora, do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? I wish you could talk to me, you and the others. The dolls are my only friends, and the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. When I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant and realistic, it was almost as if she was breathing. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations. But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I'd been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words, I love you on it, signed by M. The card would tell me to keep those celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared. Plot twist. Her mom didn't actually do that. You find out in one of the storylines, like, as you date all the different guys, you get different bits of her background, and her mother interactions with her, and let me tell you, in every single one of them, they are toxic. In her own way, the secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Yes? Excuse me, Your Highness, the king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Tell him I'm on my way. I will see you later, Delora. Oh. Good morning, Your Highness. This guy creeps me out. Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros, the royal advisor. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alacaster. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithros talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. There is something about him that puts me on edge. Where are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Your Majesty. Usagi, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Usagi. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn about the people of Amelgi, about our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Because I have seen how quickly people betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly. Usagi, if you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I have seen that there is no good in you. Usagi, where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I just lost Mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe then he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months. I barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. That is what you have taught me. Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know that there's nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Usagi, enough! I've already said I will go. Everyone was waiting outside. I shuddered at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Usagi, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? Thank you for agreeing to accompany Amalgam. I would not disobey an order from the king. Excuse me. Pretty place! Look at this place, it's so pretty. Hello, how can I help? Vorikia! Viorisa? Vorikia. I'm gonna go with Vorikia. Amalgam! I mean, Princess Amalgam! How good to see you! I trail Amalgam, ignoring her as she embraces her friend. I runs around the shop. Small shop. The dolls displayed here are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. I cannot understand why Amalgam insists she buys gifts for her friends here. I cannot believe I'm outside the palace. There's no need to be so tense, Princess. I would never let anything happen to you. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself. You ask the impossible of me. There's no need to be formal, Vorikia. I'm still the same as I was. Oh yes, Rod come along as well. Oh, I need to get my voices straight. It's been a while, Vorikia. It's good to see you again, too, Fred. And I must introduce you to Her Highness, the Crown Princess Usagi. The look on Vorikia's face as she takes a step back from me is all too familiar. Fear. My apologies for being so rude. Your Highness, good morning. This is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir Alacaster's son. It is a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald. You really are as handsome as Amalgam described her in her letters. I'm sorry? Please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald. I'm sorry, Amalgam. Right. So, what brings you all the way here? Oh, I'm here to get some toys, gifts for some new friends. Toys? From here? Are you sure? Of course I am. I cross my arms. I prefer we visited this errand as quickly as possible. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Princess, I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. So pretty! Good morning. Up until this point, I'd always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. The lady that walks in proves me wrong. Her beauty is mesmerizing and clearly without par. Fair par. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Oh, you're early today, ma'am. I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now? Oh, of course. Let me go and fetch them for you. I'll just be one moment, Amalgam. Why is she smiling at me? How are you, ma'am? Thank you. Oh, here you are, ma'am. Excuse me, I need to get my English. Ha! I would be careful who you would call mommy, honey. Ah, that lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl sitting next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy. A fairy? fairies had saved Ameline from the witches 4 years ago. I don't consider them our saviors, and yet the fairies are still unable to stop the fairy tale curse from spreading. Here you go. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Marikia. I hope to drop by again soon. Good, I'll look forward to seeing you again. I hope to see you again as well, Rud. Likewise. Leaving the palace was a bad idea. While I'm out, I am the center of attention. Some townsfolk poke and stare at me. Most, however, make a point of avoiding me, like I'm the plague. There's some spiteful stares, but thankfully none as nearly as intense as they were 4 years ago. Sure, the townsfolk are only surprised to see you again after so many years. Right. Fritz and Rud lag behind us, which leaves only Ameligine walking beside me. Oh, I'm talking in a hyper voice. I need to stop that. I cannot decide which is worse. The staring or her company. Oh, Usagi, look, a street performance! It's been so long since I last watched one. Street performance? I like him, he's fun. Good day, everyone! My name is Waltz, and I'm here to spread some happiness and magic! The boy, named Waltz, snapped his fingers, and colorful flower petals started to rain down from the sky. Isn't that pretty, Usagi? And are those the princesses over there? It is an honor to have you in attendance. Please accept this humble gift. He snaps his fingers, and white lilies appear in his hand. Oh, thank you! The boy looks at me, as if expecting some kind of reaction. When he gets nothing from me, he sighs and gives me a weary smile. I hope to see you again during my next show. We'll definitely try! He gratefully bows before moving back into his area to perform more magic tricks for a gathering crowd. There are performers like this all around Anelgi. I love them. Maybe someday we'll get to see some musicians too. Those are my favorite. I do not intend to leave the palace again. But you don't like it out here? Red and I grew up here. I live in Elgi, and this is my favorite part of the kingdom. I wanted to share this with you, Usagi. I know you didn't really want to come. You still tagged along. That means a lot to me, so thank you. I did not do this for you. I'm only here because the king ordered me to go with you. Just wanted us to be closer, Usagi. I would like to try and be your friend. I do not want or need your friendship. No matter how you act around me, we are not, and will never be, sisters. I'd take care to remember that if I were you. But Red suddenly grabs my hand, pulling me away from Melody. Stop. He stares daggers at me. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him angry. Red, don't. Let me go. Both of you have to stay away from me. I feel that heavy atmosphere as I turn to look at the people staring at us. Expressions mirror the likes of disdain I saw years ago. Anger, disgust, hatred. I began to walk away. Princess, wait! Don't follow me. Princess? I adjust my cloak, making sure my face is hidden from view. I never should have left the palace. As I walked around, I watched the people bumble up and down the street. So carefree. They walk so hard. They work so hard for so little reward. They could work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have. And yet, they are happy. And I heard Anise lost her job at the palace. It's true, Crown Princess Usagi made sure the poor girl was fired. I stopped in my tracks at the mention of my name. Not again. What's the name of that one maid that tore Devorah's dress? If so, my decision to fire her was justified. The palace maid found it clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? What did I do that was so wrong? I know that Anise, hardworking and big-hearted, very good with medicine. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the Crown Princess is to please. My friend at the palace says she doesn't even smile, only goes around with that cold look on her face. That's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. Ice Princess? So all those times I heard the servants saying that. I'd always suspected they were talking about me. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Ameligine. That child's an angel. We all know she should be crown princess. Annoyance begins to simmer inside of me. I cannot stand hearing it anymore as I walk away. Ever since Melody entered my life, I am always being compared to her, and now I have become second best. I am Usagi Raella Bratton, daughter of King Gennaro Bratton III, and the crown princess of the kingdom of Enelgi. I am of royal blood. She is nothing. Hi, Artie Rex! How are you, hon? I didn't even see you there. I feel so bad. There you are. Princess, you must come back with me. It's getting too late for you to remain outside. Princess? Are you alright? Are you hurt? I brush him off and turn away. No need to fuss. Let us return to the palace. Leaving the palace was physically and mentally draining. My bed is welcoming to my unusually heavy body. I turn my head and meet Dolores' glossy gaze from where she sits on my shelf. The palace today. I left the palace today, Delora. It was the same as all those years ago. Everyone looked at me like I was... What have I ever done to deserve those looks? How can I be so hated? Ice Princess. I wish Mother was here. The smiling faces of my dolls, so I still have all of you. I yawn and stretch my arms. Good night, Dolores. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Singing? By who? Up above, the world so high. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I blink my eyes open, only to see Dolores sitting right in front of me on my bed. Moonlight spills across her delicate features. How I wonder what you are. Wasn't she on the shelf with all the other dolls when I went to bed? Laura? It's almost time. I pinch my cheek to make sure I was not dreaming. It hurts. Only 10 minutes before the clock strikes 12. Hope you're ready, Princess. What? My doll just turned into a human? How? Who are you? You know who I am. I've been watching you since the day your father gave me to you. What is happening? I don't think I have ever been so confused in my life. All the answers will come with time. But right now I'm here to give you something, Princess. Ah! No! I don't want it! Is this... Cinderella's very own glass slipper. It is beautiful. Too beautiful. Then a realization began to dawn upon me. You're a witch! Smart girl. I knew you'd figure that out eventually. Now it's time to say goodbye to your precious crown. What? Sweet dreams, Cinderella. Wake up, girl! Huh? Where am I? Ow, my head. I'm streaming right now! I apologize, my mom is calling me. You have some nerve sleeping in front of my shop. Leave before a customer sees you. I was in my room. How am I here? Did you not hear what I said, you filthy child? Filthy? You would speak to your crown princess in such a manner? If you're the crown princess, then I'm the queen. You must have been knocked in the head quite hard to have such grand delusions. I'm not delusional. I'm Usagi Bratton, blood daughter of King Gennaro Bratton III and the crown princess of Enelgi. Right, the king never had a daughter with that witch. You're referring to Mother. Witch? Don't pretend to be stupid, girl. I can only stare at her puzzled. Our good king only has stepchildren, Princess Enelgi and Prince Rud, and you are most definitely neither of them. What? Now get gone before you go spouting your crazy gibberish at my customers and scare them away. With a huff, she leaves me to my own rapidly turning thoughts. I quickly realize that I am wearing tattered clothes and that I do not even have shoes on. No. This cannot be happening. Something shines against my chest and I reach up to grab it. This is all floods back. Delora being a witch, Cinderella's glass slipper. This is not a dream. Delora gave me the fairy tale curse! My hands began to tremble. I must return to the palace to speak with the king. Let me in! Sorry, girl, but this place is off limits to uninvited guests. You do not understand. I am Crown Princess Usagarilli of Britain. I must speak with my father. As loath as I am to call him that, I have to. No one will believe me if I'm addressing him by title. You best leave now, nice and quiet, before we have to force you. If you would only make way for the king! The gates swing open and 3 horses trot out. Soldiers rid 2 of the horses, while the last horse is a different similar rider. Father! And then moved to block the path of the horses. And the soldiers moved to hold me back. Your Majesty. Oh, I don't like this part. What is this? Your Majesty, this girl's claiming to be your daughter. Daughter? Both of my stepchildren are in the palace right now. What? Even Father is part of this? Father, you must help me. A witch has cursed me! For once in your life, just once, help me. You must believe me. Tell me, where is your family, child? Why are you all alone? He looks at me with pity in his eyes. He's looking at me more kindly as a peasant than he has ever did when I was the Crown Princess. And his daughter. I recoil. You must be hungry. Take this! This should feed you and your family for a day or 2. The kingdom offers work opportunities to those who need them. Please let your parents know. I do not want your pity for your father. Please escort the girl back to her home. Make sure she gets there safely. At once, Your Majesty. This part makes me so sad! I watch as my father and his 2 guards ride away in their horses, leaving me to stand in their dust. They left me alone. Again. Where's your home, girl? There is nowhere left for me to go. Father has forgotten me. Leave me. Now look here, our orders were to leave me alone. Suit yourself, can't say we didn't try. Don't cause any more scenes, little girl. I watch with blurry eyes as the soldiers return to the palace. How can this be happening? I stare at the small patch in my hands. I do not want what hurts more. I do not know what hurts more. The fact that I have just been unceremoniously paraded away from my home like I was nothing more than a piece of garbage. Or the fact that my own father does not recognize me. Oh, look at that girl's hideous dress! How difficult it is to be poor. I clench the pouch close to my chest as I run into an empty alley. I huddle in a corner, trying to become as small as possible. Squeeze my eyes shut, hoping that when I next open them, everything will be back to normal. A dream. No matter what happens, you must not leave the palace. Why? The world is cruel. People will only ever hurt you. But they are always so nice to me. That is only because you are the crowned princess. They will only ever think of what they can take from you. I am trying to protect you, my love. That is why you must never leave the palace. Welcome back. Never leave, mother. I am the only one who will ever love you so much. Do you understand? I understand. Chapter 1. Merchant. Can't fucking remember. I open my eyes. I'm still in the streets. I must have fallen asleep. But the nightmare continues. I'm cold in my rags. I hold myself for warmth, willing some of the cold away, but fail. My feet are numb and in pain, caked in dirt that I had gathered from walking barefoot about town. Well, there's a frightful sight. Beggar probably thought she could try her luck with the nobility that lived around here. And just look at how ragged she looks. Oh, these are women, never mind. What are you looking at? And 2 women that lack the basic manners of a noble upbringing. Silence, girl, do you know who you're talking to? No, and I don't care. What nerve! Let's just go, there's no reason to stoop to a commoner's level. I will remember you. And once I break this curse, I will make you regret your words. I became acutely aware of the fact that I have not eaten anything for almost a day. I've been sitting here thinking on the new mess that is my life. But moving around will not bring my curse. Crying will not help either. I should find that witch first, but how? I have no idea where she is. Laura, I swear I'll make you regret doing this to me when I find you. I will find you first. Is this all the king thinks I'm worth? Leave, girl. A dirty peasant like you has no place in this restaurant. But why? I can pay. Find another place. You're scaring away my customers. Am I not a customer? Shoo, there's nothing for you here. He just swatted me like a fly. The nerve. Sensing that this won't get me nowhere, I ball my head into this and walk away. Get the same treatment at the next 3 restaurants I try. And she does nothing less than dirt, like my money was no real value. I am the crown princess. They have no right to treat me like this. I have been eating stale bread, anything to keep the hunger at bay. The bread barely helps. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bakery. The croissants on display that make my mouth water. Slowly, I begin to make my way over there. Ow. My feet ache with every step. They look and feel even worse than before. If only I had enough coins for a pair of shoes. If it is more important, if the rags that I am wearing and the pouch of money are all that I have, then I need to prioritize. And I will die before I beg. 2 croissants. You'll need to pay, girl. There are no free handouts here. I took a coin from my pouch and handed it to her. This should be more than enough. The shop owner stares at the coin before reluctantly taking it. She hands me 2 croissants in a paper bag. I will not ask where you got those coins. Are you implying that I stole them? How else would a beggar like you get that amount of coin? Now be off with you, child. I won't have you scaring away any more other customers. Without another word, I turn and start to walk away from the woman. So this is the goodness of the people of the melody. Take a bite out of one of the croissants, cringing below the dryness. Hey, girl! What now? We saw you at that shop. Want to share how you got your coins there? Excuse me? Look at her, brushing us off like she's royalty or something. Let me go. You ain't no better than us. Now, be a good girl and hand over that pouch. The man on my left grabs at my pouch and attempts to yank it away from me. I will not let those brutes take anything from me. I elbow the man in the stomach, then aim a kick at the other man's shin. I have an opening and I take it. What? I pull myself free and begin to run as fast as I can. Hey! Where do I go? I'm not familiar with the streets at all. It's highly likely that I'm just going to hit a dead end. Where should I go? Okay, so this answer can actually help me along with getting a guy. So, the 2 people that are talking in the group chat, can you tell me which way you want me to go? Do you want me to go left or do you want me to go right? Okay, we'll go with right then. Hey, this way! Hey! You're... No time to talk, princess. How do you know who I am? There's another one. Stop running, you 2. Come on! The boy grabs my wrist and pulls me after him. He takes off with a sudden burst of speed, and then I am running even faster than I just was. I'm not entirely convinced following him is a good idea, but at least the boy seems to have a better sense of direction than me. Oh, our running causes rocks in the pathway to come loose, and before I notice them in my path, I step down hard on them. Sharp pain shoots up into my foot, and I collapse to the ground. It hurts. Princess! I try to stand, but the pain in my foot is unbearable. I fall back down into the dirt with a gasp. I can't. We've got you now. Just hand over your coins, and neither will get hurt. I won't let you touch her. Ha! Says the little boy. Well, well, well. What is this ghastly sight before me? 2 adults threatening a child and a lady? How very ungentlemanly. Hey, Zooted Raccoon, does this guy look familiar to you? Maybe a certain mommy character? What are the likes of you even doing around this neighborhood? You asked me to get fleeced. Perhaps I am in the mood for a scuffle. The nobleman brandishes his sword. His expression confides. His expression confident. Maybe even cocky. Show me what you've got, sirs. And please, don't bore me. Who are these people? I ain't dealing with this for the money. He's got a sword. What? Come back here, you coward. The two of us can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I am not the type to show mercy. This is way too much trouble for a little gold. You're late. Sorry, kid. You know how hard it is for me to be invisible around here. Wait, what did you just call me? At ease, small one. These two know each other? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. Mine is pounding in my head. Feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles with hunger, coming back with vengeance. My body feels light. Hey, princess. Princess! Calm down, Parfait. Parfait will be able to help her. But for now, we need to move, before anyone else sees us. Yeah. Don't worry, you're safe now. Everything is fading. And rain. What is that on your hand, Usagi? It was hurt. I just wanted to help it, but it died. It was all my fault. It's not your fault, my love. It died because it was weak. But this is the world, Usagi. Only the strong survive. The weak get cast aside to die. You are not weak. You are strong, my crown princess, and you do not cry. Now wipe your tears. I don't want to see you cry again. Do you understand? Yes. Now get rid of that thing and wash your hands. Did you not hear me, child? Yes, mother. Oh, you're awake. Where am I? This isn't my room. My hand flies in my chest with a little cross-slip that hangs from my neck. Skin hair. Are you okay, miss? This girl is the maid that tore Dolores' dress when I fired for her clumsiness. Miss? To think that I would meet her again here like this. Leave me alone. Right, of course. Here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Now what? Haven't thought at all, have you, Ice Princess? You. Suddenly there she is. Dolores stands before me with a snide smile, looking happy with herself. She's the cause of everything I've been through. All the pain, heartache, and hunger. This is her fault. I try to stand thinking to give the rich a piece of my mind, but as soon as my feet touch the floor, pain shoots up my legs, and I'm falling back to bed. Oh, you should be more grateful that the girl you just scared away. She's been caring for you for the past 2 days. 2 days. Passed off for 2 days. Something burning with anger. Remove the curse. Now. Ha! Do you think you can just command me to remove the curse in your best princess voice? What do you want? Gold. What I want is worth more than all the gold you could summon in Malgi, princess. Besides, haven't you read your fairy tales? The caster cannot take a curse back. You need to focus on breaking the curse yourself if you want your life back. Mother burned the books before I could read more than 1 or 2 of them. I do not think either involved curses, just genes and trading away your voice for legs. Ah, it's good that you're awake, princess. The pink-haired girl is the fairy queen. Oh gosh, where did I stick that picture? Alright, give me just a minute, people. I have to go to this. Oh. I apologize. Give me just a minute. There we go. Alright. I will be right back. I have to go check on my parents.